picked up another free humanity here at some point as well. On our bar up the top left there. Alright, I think this is actually the way to the boss of the area, because there is a boss of the area. Lest you think that they would make it that easy on us. If I head back this way, are there more? There's more of these guys, obviously. These little arcane bobbleheads. But I don't know if there's any more bone wheel skeletons. Ooh, that's really what I'm more scared of. Oh, that's the Black Knight. Alright, I wasn't prepared for this. We don't have our trusty shield to parry, so we're just going to have to go off our damage here, because I'm not going to be able to get a moment to heal, or to switch, I mean. Alright, just back off, heal up. Play this like any other fight in the friggin' game, more or less. Just because he's a Black Knight. I mean, honestly, trying to parry trying to parry the Great Axe is a little hard anyway, in my personal opinion. Oh, crap. No, no, no. Oh, he got staggered. Thank you, Arcane Skull. You're my best friend in the world. Just get him. He's done. Oh, Lord. Got a white Titanite chunk. I don't even remember what upgrade path that one is, but we got it, boys. Oh, that was scary. Fighting for my life here. Can we get some, like, lights up in here? I've got this ambient light around myself somehow, but I don't know if that's gonna suffice for the viewing experience here at the very least. Got an item up there. So, like, if you didn't fall down that path and encounter Vamos, this is actually the area that you would come through the catacombs and end up in this sort of pit of bones. And oop, pillage body. Oh, the skull lantern. That's actually a huge benefit for both for this area, kind of, and for an upcoming area. But you can see, when we equip this and hold it out like a, well, not like that. You can smash people over the skull with it if you really want to, but what you should do is hold it out like a shield, and it boosts our, boosts the brightness around us. We don't really need it right now. Let's go ahead and unequip that. Yeah, if you just kept on progressing through the catacombs like we were, then you would have ended up here. So this is a bit of a shortcut to get to this next Necromancer, actually. Which might be the final Necromancer of the Catacombs. Actually, no, there's at least one more that I can think of that we'll be working our way up towards. But I think he's in a bit of a more optional area, this other Necromancer. So that'll be fine. Oh. You get out of here, son. Oh, you got a little friend, too? I'll take all of you. Bring these skeletons along all day. I think these ones are tied to that Necromancer that I already killed down there, so no harm, no foul. What I do see, I think there's a ladder up out of here somewhere. But there's also, yeah, there's this ladder over here. But there's also this pit here that we can break open, drop down. And I think this would have dropped us like right next to the Black Knight, because I think he starts up on this ledge. Which is a pretty gnarly surprise if you're not prepared for it, so be prepared is all I can say. Like the hyenas in the Lion King, you better be prepared. It's great that we'll soon be connected with a hollow who'll be all-time adored. Of course, quid pro quo, you're expected to take certain Dark Souls on board. I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. I'm just... if you ever hear me singing, just, like if I'm in a stream or something and I start singing, just please start commenting stop, stop, stop over and over again. Lest I make your ears bleed any more than I have to. Or Soul of a Nameless Soldier, I will take it. What I will not take is being on this precarious looking ledge here, because there's bound to be a skeleton somewhere about that wants to push me off or something. Alright. Here in the great sort of halls of the catacombs. We want to be very careful in this area. I think this is the way that leads back to where we first came in. This coffin looks like awfully out of place. But if we head a little bit deeper in here, might not be the worst idea. But I think I want to actually head back first. I want to head back before I go forward, because I want to try and get back to that other bonfire that I rested at, because trying to work my way back all the way up here from the Vamos bonfire, that's that blacksmith that we met down there, the skeletal one, that's not a fun prospect. So if I can get up to this other one without dying, preferably, Oh, Lord. Speaking of which, let's... I hope that's the only arcane skull that we got around here. I think I saw another one explode actually up top, so... Luckily avoided that. You get out of here, son. These guys don't seem to be respawning either, so I don't think they're tied to this one last necromancer that's hanging around here somewhere, although he is in the vicinity. I remember he is still like higher up in the catacombs than we are right now, I'm pretty sure. But again, he's off the beaten path from what I recall. Get busted. Yeah, I think it's like behind this wall here. This very obvious, not quite illusory, but just like, but just crappily built wall. You can just knock down with one fell swoop with this, especially of this stone greatsword, but with just about any weapon as well. Alright, let's work our way all the way back up here. This is actually that fog wall you might have recalled we saw from across the bridge. Yeah, so now we're back here, and just like this, we should be able to make a beeline for that bonfire, I hope. Right over yonder, that's right. Whew, boy. Yeah, I recognize these messages and everything. Don't get caught by this. There you go. What? Excuse me? Making a liar out of me. They were very clearly fully extended there, and I still took the damage. I don't know what to say. Alright, we got our safe spot back up here. Pretty friggin' good. We are also resting our feet inside the bonfire. Probably not the healthiest proposition, but we're not taking damage, so can't argue with that, I guess. Don't argue with results. Do I want to level up here? I could get 2 levels at the point that I'm at with these souls. Boy, oh boy. I might also want to save these souls. But do I think I can get to the point that I want to save them for without dying a horrible death? Or do I just want to go for 14 attunement and get an extra attunement slot that I definitely don't need right now? Let's go ahead and crank up Faith a couple more times here. Up to 17. Because we are getting to the point, if we can get to where I want to go in the catacombs down here, which is still a mighty big if, to be completely honest. But if I can, then that'll open up the path to more miracles, potentially. So I'd like to save... that's kind of why I'm at a bit of a... I was a little bit stuck on what to do with my souls for a second there, because I want the faith in order to be able to use the miracles, but I want the souls in order to be able to buy the miracles as well. That's kind of where my head was at for that. Alright, so those guys out of the way. Let's go ahead and bust this wide open. Gotta be careful of this guy right down here. Just a random old archer. There's also one up there that I don't think I can get to, so we're just gonna have to contend with him. Actually, we might be able to get to him via that ladder. Not entirely confident one way or the other. Oh, crap. Oh, good lord. That arrow, dude. These friggin' arrows, this archer. I gotta get out of here, man. I'm getting pelted. Oh my gosh. I guess that one archer respawned up there. I mean, I should have really known that that was gonna happen. Every other skeleton in this area is respawning. Alright, let me try and press down past these numbskulls here. I know you're hanging about, you're loitering about. Dude, they just roll and do damage. It's not fair. It's just not fair. I just want to get down here. Someone rebuilt the wall. I don't appreciate that. Get down. Grab this. Grab the souls, and just run. We're making... If there's any necromancer that you want to Zerg rush as much as possible, it's this guy. I think he's over this way. I'm just going to try and make a beeline for him. There's going to be a huge, like, massive horde of skeletons in my wake, I'm pretty sure. But I think I just want to get this guy done. And then if I die, I die. But at least these skeletons won't be respawning every other time I try to come back through to claim my souls. I might have actually done okay in not letting most of them follow me up here as well by the looks of things. Oh, there's someone who comes a knocking. No trick or treat for you today, pal. Nice costume, though. And then this drops down to an area that I believe we've already been to. Whew, that's not too bad, though. Oh, I was trying to read that message, actually, but it got warped to the ladder. Up. I mean, that's a developer message. You can tell from, like, the icon that it left and that there's no rating or anything. I don't know why they left that there. I guess they thought they were worried people wouldn't notice this ladder, but looks fairly straightforward to me if you've been keeping your eyes peeled up to this point. Nice of them to at least let people know, though. Before we consider that ladder, let's just make our way back down. Caster ahead. That's actually pretty nice. I don't know if there is an option to say, like, Necromancer ahead in the message system. But if there isn't, then that's probably about as best you're going to get. Oh, Lord. I forgot about you. Get me out of here, dude. Can he follow me in here? It looks like a little bit too small of a cavern. Oh, no. He doesn't care about the laws of physics at all. Get this guy toasted, please. Thank you. I'm pretty sure even the big skeletons will respawn via the necromancer. I can't guarantee that that's the case, but I'm 90% sure. Dark Moon Seance Ring. What does this one do again? I know it has like a special effect like later in the game, I think, but grants additional attunement slots. That's actually pretty nice. Granted to adhere to Gwyndolin, Dark Moon deity and lastborn of Gwyn, Lord of Sunlight. The Dark Sun Gwyndolin is the only remaining deity in Anor Londo. His followers are few, but their tasks are of vital importance. Well, it's a big old lore dump on us that we weren't quite ready for, but we'll have to try and remember that one. There's some sort of scimitar gleaming in the darkness there. I don't think I want to mess with those guys if I can help it. Mostly because of those archers that just completely decimated me before. So no and thank you. No and thank you very much. Let's just make our way all the way up top here. I actually thought that that ring was up this ladder. I thought it was like the very last thing you come across here. So I'm kind of trying to rack my brain and figure out what is up here. All the way at the tippy top of this place. What could be hiding out? Sorrow ahead. Well, watch out for these guys first and foremost. Yeah, at least that one. Oh, there we go. Miracle Tranquil Walk of Peace. Well, there's a miracle for us. That's just like I was kind of asking for. I believe this is the same, it's the same effect that we have on our Stone Greatsword already. Requires 18 faith, which we actually are one shy of. Outland Miracle 4 into the Way of White. Slows all walking within the area of effect. This miracle is normally used to flee as it slows walking. Pardon me, but it does not affect attacks. But it nevertheless defines peace perfectly. Yeah, it's a pretty notorious miracle in player versus player combat. It's a little tougher to use, in my opinion, in just like in the game, like without going into PvP against like monsters and stuff. Although I've never really tried, now that I think about it. Get me out of here. So maybe there's some use to be had for it. In fact, it might have been actually somewhat useful down in that bone wheel skeleton segment. The more I think about it, if it would have worked on them. I feel like it would only work on like humanoid enemies that actually are able to walk instead of like run, but that's alright. So I'm gonna go ahead and actually, because we're relatively early at this point in the Catacombs now, we've come back and sort of looped around to near the start of the area. I'm gonna work my way back down to that bonfire that was partway through the Catacombs, and we'll progress from there, so I'll see you guys in a second. You know, as I was making this long and arduous trip, I'd only just realized towards the very end of it that I could have just used a homeward bone. You know what? That's alright. Sometimes we like to take the hard way through things. That's the only way you grow and develop in Dark Souls, is by taking the hard path sometimes. Gotta know when to hold them, know when to fold them, and know when not to homeward bone, even when it would be the most valuable option. As the old saying goes. Alright, so let's go ahead and work our way right back down here. I actually probably didn't even need to like work all the way through like I did. I could have just like dropped down onto that bridge and just continued from there, from a higher point, now that the bridge does not have spikes on it or anything. Oh lord. Getting toasted apart here by these skeletons. My heal's up. I do have 10 Estus because I did kindle that bonfire a while back. We also have an extra 2 humanity on deck if we want to kindle another bonfire at some point here, which I might if I make it back to that that Vamos bonfire. Oh lord, I saw that bobblehead arcane dude. It's the last thing I want to deal with right now. It might behoove me, honestly, instead of going this way. Although there is something I want to show off that's in this direction, but I was going to say, if I wanted to make quick work of this path, I could just go back and drop down the same way we came upon the blacksmith the first time. I could just take that path again. So it'd be a little easier and probably a little less harrowing than dealing with all this. I don't know what this guy's friggin' problem is. Can I kill him? No, he's just minding his own business, dude. Going about his day. Alright, well there. Oh no! I thought he was cool. I thought you were a bro. Man, I was about to befriend you and everything. I could have summoned you to my world to help for the next boss or something, but you had to go and have your mind blown by running into a friggin' wall. What a sad, sorry fate. So we're back down here. If we went, like, right over here, then I think that's where we eventually went down to that bone wheel skeleton area with the Black Knight and everything. That scary situation. But if we keep on going here, you can see, try ranged battle. Yeah, there's actually lurking ahead in the darkness another scary prospect of an enemy for sure. I just want to sneak up on him if I can. Yup, you can see his big old antlers and his horn and his headless head. That doesn't make sense. But got another Titanite demon at our behest. We got certainly a much stronger weapon to deal with in this time. But this guy's also just a much stronger version of the Titanite demon. He's got all the same attacks and all the same tricks as the first one that we fought down in Andre's basement. But just a higher health bar and more significant damage for sure. Okay, watch out for that attack. It's a gnarly one. Oh, I managed to just dodge out, or like stand in like the right position for that. Fighting this guy in such a narrow hall is also adding to the challenge pretty significantly. Not gonna lie, got him on the upswing there as he jumped away. Get your big, bustly, amazing bicep arms out of here. Not that I like you or anything, Baka. Give me that Demon Titanite, I will take it. Demon Titanite is a very particular brand of Titanite. Also got Eyes of Death. That's lovely. But it's a particular brand of Titanite that enforces boss weapons. So like that Soul of the Moonlight Butterfly we got, when we were able to transform that into a weapon, you're going to want Demon Titanite to upgrade those. Here, you know what, that's actually a pretty decent message, because I'm going to go ahead and rate that up. Because you'll see if we walk up to this coffin here, you can choose to nestle in the coffin if you want. Before we go about that, though, let's go ahead and just check out these Eyes of Death. Just, because why would you not check out an item called the Eye of Death, right? Is it in here? Yeah, it lures phantoms from other worlds. The dreadful Eyes of Death spread disaster across neighboring worlds. Phantoms lured to the host world may end up as victims, allowing Eyes of Death to multiply and leading to further proliferation of Bane. So you can only use this as a Covenanter, and you can use items while Hollows cannot. So you need to be in a specific Covenant in order to use these Eyes of Death, and that is the Gravelord Covenant, which we're about to be pretty rudely introduced to here. Man, second time in this recording session that I've just nestled myself in a very precarious location. First in a bird's nest, now in a coffin deep within a skeleton-infested catacomb. Certainly got a bit of a death wish, my character does, but yeah, definitely, I'm going to blame my character. It's not at all me who's controlling the character. Gotta wait here for like a good 30 seconds or so, and eventually, yeah, here we go. Taking a nice snooze. We're about to lull off to dreamland. Then all of a sudden, just about the scariest thing that could happen, I think, if you were lying in a coffin like this. Yup. Oh god. I'm a little bit claustrophobic, so that's kind of nightmare fuel for me. Oof. I just don't like that, dude. Just the prospect of it is so scary. But thankfully, the lid does get pulled back at the very end of it. Yeah, get the hell out of there, Serenade. Me oh my. We're down here somewhere in the depths of the Tomb of the Giants. Whatever that means. But here we are. It's just a very empty little cavern that we got right now. Got water on the ground as well, strangely enough. And I think if we head over this way, got a real huge old coffin hanging out here, and we can pray to the sarcophagus of the Gravelord. Or the sarcophagus Gravelord. There's a thing moving in there. I don't like that. I don't like that one bit, but you bet I'm going to pray to it. Enter the Covenant. It will abandon the way of White Covenant, but that's not really giving us too much anyway, so let's go ahead and join up. You can always switch Covenants at a bonfire regardless. Get ourselves a Gravelord Sword and a new miracle, the Gravelord Sword Dance. So that's actually pretty cool. You can offer Eyes of Death here, which you get from participating in the Covenant. This Covenant is a little bit different. It's a little bit weird compared to other Covenants. I have not played around with it all that much. I might do a little bit more in this playthrough. Basically, from my knowledge of it, what you do, I'm going to go ahead and just use the coffin to get back out of here to where we left off while I explain this. But what you do is you use those Eyes of Death, and that will create a like summon sign in other people's worlds. Like We actually saw one way back in the Undead Parish. It's like touch the sign of a Great Lord Servant. And what that sign does is if you're in New Game Plus or higher, I think, then it will cause very tough enemies who are like shaded red. They have like a specific name, I think, but I don't remember it offhand. But they'll cause these new powerful enemies to appear in those players' worlds. And those players, if they find the sign, they can choose to use it to like invade your world and try to kill you. And then I think if you kill them, then you get more Eyes of Death to offer, but I don't know the full specifics of it. It's a pretty cool covenant, all things considered. They never really did anything else like it in future Dark Souls games, as far as I remember. So I might make use of that. I should actually check out real quick this Grave Lord, because we got a miracle out of it. It requires 0 faith and 0 intelligence. Uses 40, but that's a little bit misleading, honestly. Miracle known only by the servants of the first dead Grave Lord Nito. Giant Grave Lord swords jut out in vicinity. Nito sleeps within the Tomb of Giants, quietly overseeing all death and waiting for his servants to usher in the Eye of Death. So yeah, that's might try and equip that at a bonfire just to show it off. We also did pick up the, where is it in here, the Grave Lord sword somewhere. Yeah, this bad boy. We actually have almost enough stats to wield it if we wanted to, in one hand, no less. We got because we need only 13 dexterity. Requires, it does, you can see it actually stacks up poison damage. I don't think I've ever used this weapon either, but I might be interested in it, potentially, if it only requires 1 more level of dex. Sword wielded by only by servants of Grave Lord Nito, the first of the dead, crafted from the bones of the fallen. The miasma of death exudes from the sword, a veritable toxin to any living being. Might be something worth considering. It looks cool, nevertheless, just like looking at it in the item screen there, never mind actually equipping it. I don't want to equip it until I can actually properly use it. For the time being, though, it's going to be a little hard to actually get back to this. Oh, good lord, what is happening? Oh, these skeletons, they were trying to climb up to, oh no! Man, that was like 2 jump scare moments in like a very quick succession there. Scary shit, dude, scary shit indeed. I actually don't want to go all the way down here, I don't think. Of course, there's no ladder back up now. I just gotta drop down into this scary miasma of arcane skulls and bone wheel skeletons. Oh no! Oh Lord, get me out of here! Lord have mercy, please. I want to actually go up because there's a different little area that I want to show off real quick. Bone wheel skeletons can't climb ladders. This much I know to be true. At least I hope. I'm gonna be very scared if they can just bone wheel up the ladder. It would be simultaneously very cool, very hilarious, and the scariest moment of my life. You can also... Oh, don't make the same mistake of falling into that pit again, please. Oh, no! I fell for my own... I should have followed my own advice. He went and parried me. When they got that stance ready to go, that's when you know not to attack them. Did he fall? Oh, I thought he fell in the pit. He almost fell in the pit there, actually. And there he goes. 3rd time's the charm. He's like, ooh, 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 just dancing around that pit all spookily. But what I want to do is make my way a little bit further back here. I don't think it's too far back. And I haven't rested at all recently. Actually, does going through that coffin count as resting at a bonfire for like the purposes of respawning enemies? Because it does like reload the area, I think, but I don't think it actually does. These arcane skulls were here the whole time anyway. Let's try and get them out of here and just blow their loads. Come on, buddy. Ow. Rude. And once more with feeling. Just get this guy toasted so that I can deal with this. Because you might have seen very briefly when we were down in that area with the bone wheel skeletons that there are some ledges down here with like items on them. Yeah, like that right there. Now, I might make an utter fool of myself by trying to like drop down here. It's kind of hard to tell where exactly you want to drop. This looks like a ledge here, actually. I might want to drop to. I mean, all I got to lose is 10,000 souls, right? Let's try it. Okay. That did not go as planned. That much should be obvious, but you know what? It's not too far of a jaunt back to there. I just hope that I can make it back without succumbing to my own avarice and hubris. Go ahead and grab these souls really quick. And we'll try and find a better spot to drop off here. Swap back to the Wolf Ring, even though the Ring of Sacrifice might still be more pertinent depending on how I go about this. I see that ledge there. I could try and, like, just drop from here. I guess we're committed. All right, there you go. That's actually a bit safer of a drop than I anticipated. I didn't think I'd be able to survive that one, in all honesty. A large soul of a nameless soldier, but I think there's a little more to be had than that. There's that item there, and then there's a bone wheel skeleton hanging on a ledge there that you can get the drop on if you really want, but I think I'm more tempted by the item. Let's go ahead and pop on down here. Ooh, just barely. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's only a friggin'... You kidding me? You kidding me? After all that, it was just a priest's outfit? I feel betrayed. There is another reason to actually take this, like, drop down here. If you're human, on one of these ledges, I don't remember which, it might be that other one with the bone wheel skeleton on it, there is a summon sign, and it's actually right near where the boss is, because we're fast approaching that boss. So, if you are having trouble with this boss, which, I mean, knowing, I'm sure those of you who know what boss is coming up, just that statement of, like, the possibility of having trouble with this boss is just a laughable offense, but, you know, I'm not here to judge. Alright, let me get this guy out of here. I want to try and get him... Is he ever going to stop? These guys stop eventually, don't they? Well, he's very much laser focused on me. Gotta admire his commitment to the cause. But what I want to do... Because that's the chasm over there that leads to the boss. Oh. Get him. Alright. But I want to run up over this way. Where's my Vamos bonfire at? I don't remember specifically. Oh, crap. I'm getting all topsy-turvy twisted around here. Is it the other side? I think it might be the other side. Frig, dude. Oh, frig. Oh, frig. No. No. I will not be undone. I've come too far. Please, it's this way. It's gotta be. It's gotta be. Just let me past. Heal up, heal up. There might be one behind me. Frick. Oh, I'm getting chunked up. Chunked and chopped. Chunked and chopped. Whoo, whoo, whoo. Just drink. Please, let me heal. Let me rest. No. 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 Friggin'. What? What? No. Oh my god, that's the most embarrassing. Literally next to a bonfire, but not the bonfire I rested at. How could that? Oh, well, you know the drill here. Ring of Sacrifice. Get that baby on. And let's make our way back there. And we're probably going to actually take the safer path, quote-unquote safer, and drop down from a top to get to Bamos, but I'll meet you guys there regardless.